How about relation? Oh, this is something that just kills me. This crushes me. People who chase after relational security. You ever been dumped before? I'm waving my hand. I've been dumped before. I've been dumped before, guys. I'm not afraid to admit it.
I've built many startups. Most of them have failed. And so Bitcoin is exactly the place that I like to be.
We're going to end it right there. So I'm in the world of technology. And in the world of technology, especially in bleeding edge technology, one of the things that always needs to be talked about when it comes to bleeding technology is the security of that technology. I was just reading an article that made me laugh out loud so hard that I ended up writing a shite ton of notes about it. It was this, long story short, it was this security article about the security of, let's just say, a particular blockchain, a particular cryptographic blockchain, and they were talking about all the security flaws in the potential scaling of the system. And what came up in my mind as I was reading this article was this security superstition, the superstition of security. And you know what I immediately did? I went online and I typed it in. Security superstition. And you know what I came up with? I came up with today's topic. General Douglas MacArthur said in a famous quote, he said, "There is no security on this earth." There is no security on this earth. Only opportunity. Only opportunity. General MacArthur, Douglas MacArthur said, "There is no security on this earth. Only opportunity." You know, when I read this quote, it immediately rang in my heart, it rang in my mind, it rang in my soul. I loved it. I'm fucking near 40 years old, and I've never chased security. I've lived in different countries, had to learn completely different languages. I've had to learn to work in countries where I didn't know the languages. I've started many different businesses. Most of them have failed. But I love learning. Like, I've never chased after security. But I will tell you this. I've met many, I would say most, at least in the corporate arena, who chase after security all the time. It's part of the permanent worldview that they have established. It is part of the daily routine that they have created for them. Security is always on the mind. They're chasing, and see if you fall in these boxes. Security, like chasing after financial security, or chasing after occupational security, chasing after emotional security. I got a couple suckers in the back of my mind that are looking for that. How about this? Chasing after relational security. I could think of 6 or 7 easily within my network that are chasing after relational security. What a waste. Go on. Try it, guys. Try it. Try to find security. It takes years to see if you can find the security. And I'll still be here. You can come back. You can come back when you're exhausted trying to find security in all these different ways and facets of life. Here, let's make it fundamentally clear. Go enjoy it. Go search for financial security. Go search for it. Go strive for it. Boom. Sickness happens. Health issues happen. Emergencies happen. You are depleted. Well, so much for that financial security. How about this? Occupational security. Have you been fired before? I have. I'm waving my hand. You might not be able to see it depending on the editing. But guess what? I have. I've been fired before. Wake up on fucking Thursday. Maybe it's the economy. Maybe it's just your boss. Maybe it's just your time of day. Maybe it's just time for you to go. All right. Enjoy that one, trying to find occupational security. Good luck with that. How about emotional security? Have you ever needed emotional security and ain't nobody available for you? Ain't nobody around. Ain't nobody ready to hear your nonsense. Ain't nobody in a position to listen to what you have to say. You been there before? How about this is something that just kills me. This crushes me. People who chase after relational security. You ever been dumped before? I'm waving my hand. I've been dumped before. I've been dumped before, guys. I'm not afraid to admit it. Relational security? Let me give you a great tip, man. Maybe I'll do another podcast on this someday. But let me give you a great tip when it comes to people who are chasing after relational security, which is a fancy way of simply saying you want to find the right person to make your life right or to fix your life. Well, guess what, guys, gals out there looking for relational security? You're trying to find the right person. Guess what? They're trying to find the right person. Guess what? You are not. You are not the right person. You know why? You're not the right person for them. You know why? Because you haven't done self-care. You haven't done self-work. You haven't made yourself worth searching for, brother, sister. Trying to search after relational security when you ain't even mature enough to handle your own business. Come on, get right first. I mean, come on. All right. Let's get back to the topic, right? So, we're talking about security superstition. So that's what I typed in the search engine because I read an article about the flaws in the security of this really complex cryptographic blockchain. But guys, one of the first things you learn in security, I took computer security, OPSEC. I took a class. I took computer ethics 1 and 2 in university, guys. One of the first things that you learn into computer security is the number one principle of security. You want to know what it is? It's really easy. The number one principle of security is there is no absolute security. When it comes to technology, there is no absolute security. Give a brother time. Give a brother materials. Give a brother solid motivation. And trust me, they will find a way to get your data, to get your information, hackaroo you. Okay? We as computer technologists, we fundamentally and internally have already consumed, digested, and deeply understand the very powerful reality that nothing that you build on the internet is ever secure. And given this worldview, it makes it easy for people like me to look at the world and say that security is a superstition. It's not real. Security was never real from a financial, occupational, emotional, or relational standpoint. So what's really the issue then? I wrestled with this, guys. I really did. Is it a fear of change? Is it a fear of being out of control? Is that what it is? Maybe it's a bit of both. Maybe it's the fear of the unknown. Maybe I think in many ways, future generations today aren't even prepared to deal with life because they've been given so much insecurity for them because their mamas and their daddies have made life so fucking easy for them that when after they graduate college and put their parents or maybe even themselves in $200,000 worth of debt and realize that my degree in African lesbian studies and under basket water weaving isn't going to really help me. It's not going to help me get a job, but I could work at fucking Starbucks. Maybe that's why these types of talks are so important. Send this video, guys. Send this video to a millennial today. Change is inevitable. Change is inevitable. It's the only constant in the world. We easily forget this. But let's get back to MacArthur's quote here. He said, there is no security on this earth. Only opportunity. Only opportunity. Okay, so if security isn't possible, then opportunity for what, Mr. Douglas MacArthur? For what? You know what I think he's saying? I think he's saying that we have to realize, wake the fuck up, and realize that there is no security. There is only the opportunity to take a hold of your life. And I think in some ways what he's saying is that you will never like this reality. You will never get used to this reality. This is an uncomfortable truth. This is a strip you naked type of truth. Security isn't possible, guys. It's not possible. So there's only the opportunity to grab a hold of your life. You will never like change, but the opportunity is to go all out, to go for your dreams, your ambitions, your goals, that thing that you said that you were going to do 25 years ago, but you got so fucking lazy and you've compromised so much of your life. The 25 years have passed and you still wonder why you haven't started. What do we have to lose? What do we have to lose here, guys? Security that was never there to begin with? Is that what we have to lose? A chance at really fucking living? Doing what your heart desires? Golly, every time I look at myself in this video, I see myself staring. I'm not even looking at myself. I'm looking at the race car behind me, because that right there, guys, is something that I have achieved. Golly, and I'm living. I see too many men who have given up. I've seen too many men who've given up. You could see it in their nuns. You could see it in their eyes. You could see the grayness. You see the grayness in their hair, but you can see the grayness in their eyes. You can see that they've given up. They've settled. They've accepted the reality that's around them as the only reality that they have. What they don't know is that reality can be changed. Just like that. So, how do we embrace the opportunity over false security? I wrote 3 things down. Very simple. Number 1, take small steps. Incremental wins. Incremental wins. Be simple in your beginning goals. Just start. There is no security here, guys. Financially, occupationally, emotionally, maybe even relationally. Depends. Depends on if you found the love of your life and fucking things are going swell. If that's true and that's happened to you, then there is the possibility of relational and emotional security. I will concede this. I will concede this very much so. But when it comes to financial, occupational, come on, brother. Come on, sister. There ain't no guarantees when it comes to financial, occupational, even health. I should have shed that. Health. Let me write that down right now. Health. There's no guarantee. There's no security of health. So take small steps, incremental steps to improving your life today. Number 2, find a partner. Find a partner. There's so many great social media sites out there. One of the ones that I would recommend is yen.io. Yen.io. Check it out. Find someone to help you out. Help you reach your goals. And number 3, stay fucking positive. We are in the battlefield of the mind. The battlefield of the mind, because the mind wants you to give up. The mind wants to fight you. The mind is the resistance. The subconscious is the resistance. The shitty stories you've been telling yourself. Guys, what security superstition do you need to get over? That's today's mission. Today's mission is, what security superstition do you need to get over? What shitty story have you been telling yourself? Leave a comment below. Or don't. Go and do something. Improve something. Security is a superstition. You know, I continued to scroll down, and after I'd written all these notes, and I continued to scroll down, I found another quote by Helen Keller. And you know what? The quote is about security is a superstition. Duh. Of course there was someone before me who had a great quote that actually used the words that I had conjured up. But I'm going to take credit for this, guys, because I came into this reading an article, and what came to me is that there's a superstition that security is real. It's not. But then I put it in search, and guess what? Helen Keller? This bitch is raw, guys. Listen to this. Helen Keller said, security is mostly superstition. It does not exist in nature, nor do the children of men as a whole experience it. Avoiding danger is no safer in the long run than outright exposure. Life is either a daring adventure or nothing. Damn, this bitch is raw. Let me read this again. Security is mostly a superstition. It does not exist in nature, nor do the children of men as a whole experience it. Avoiding danger is no safer in the long run than outright exposure. Life is either a daring adventure or nothing. Helen Keller, you a badass bitch. This is Peter, the Bitcoin Lambo. If you enjoyed this episode, smash the Lizzie like button, subscribe, and if you're feeling really sexual, like Helen Keller, send this to someone who needs to hear it. Peace out. Oh, by the way, I always pin the coolest comment.